right. Hello. I have our read for the day. So, bottom of the deck energy is big picture and taking control. Okay? So, it is being suggested today. Well, for whenever this happens, there's going to be some sort of a social event. It's being suggested that you take sensible protection, but this isn't protection. It's like sensible assertiveness. There's a difference between rules and boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, a rule is something that you won't allow others to, like, you won't be part of, right? Like, a rule of thumb that I have is that I don't want to be, I don't want, well, maybe that's not a great one. All right, how about we use my kids for an example? Yeah. A rule in our house is you have to be in by dark, right? Obviously, it kind of sucks in the winter because it gets dark earlier, but there's also school. It is what it is. It's a rule, okay? If that rule isn't followed, then there's some sort of a consequence, okay? And a boundary is putting that line in the sand. It's standing by the consequences or the choices that you make, the decisions that you make for yourself. So there is a little bit of a difference between what a rule is and what a boundary is. But this is, and for some reason I needed to say that. I don't know why. But this is assertiveness. So you need to be sensibly assertive, right? You can put rules and you can put boundaries in place. You should absolutely, if somebody doesn't respect the boundaries, which you will and will not accept, or the consequences that follow, absolutely stand your ground. But make sure they're sensible, because our life doesn't. While it's important to have those, life doesn't just revolve around us. And I say that with caution, only because this is a social event, right? So it's like, so it's like all I'm saying is relax a little. Make your boundaries for this social event, make them sensible, right? Maybe make the rules or boundaries less stringent than you would every day. Does that make sense? Indecision. There's some sort of an indecision and search for self. So you're just going through it. You have an indecision about something. And I did ask if they wanted me to pull more tarot cards for the indecision, but I was told no. So you're either going to know what it is, or we're going to figure out what it is. What it is when we pull the cards. Indecision on a potential beginning. Indecision on a potential beginning. So you are maybe thinking about doing something new, and you have indecisions on exactly what path you want to take. have options. Oh, for stability. Indecision is job related. So you still have, okay, which is, makes sense. You still have some indecision when it comes to what you're going to do about some sort of job related decision. Which is understandable. I mean, nobody wants to be in an unhappy situation. Does that make sense? Like, you want, of course, to, you want stability, you want structure, you want to know that it's consistent, but it's also going to be a place where you can be happy. Do I leave now? Do I leave later? Do I leave at all? Master brings power to action. I think that when the time is right, you are going to know exactly what it is that you need to do when you need to do it. And I think that it is very important that you don't stress about this before it comes to pass. If this is something that is too heavy, if it's, if it's giving you a lot of stress, if it's giving you a lot of anxiety, just say, announce to the universe, I am taking a leap of faith. I don't know the who, I don't know the what, I don't know the when, I don't know the why, and that is, I don't know the where, and that's okay. I don't need to. I know that everything happens to me in divine timing, and I will be taken care of, and I will be fine. And then you take that leap of faith. Ask the universe, ask the God, or the deities or archangels or whoever it is you talk to. Source. Some people call the energy on the other side of the veil source. Please send me signs and synchronicities to lead me in the direction that I need to go, and then look for them. It helps take that weight off, so that you can, so that you don't have to constantly worry about what to happen. Forceful brings power to action. Wands, there's movement. There's movement towards a situation, whether you come up with a solution or not. So maybe if you just release that pressure, you'll be more open to what it is that you were supposed to do, and you can find harmony, and you can find happiness. Because everybody deserves to be happy. Search for self. It's like you're going through a dark night of the soul situation.
On the floor at the door.
Money. Money and beginnings. Money is a concern, obviously. That's what makes the world go round, right? We would like to think that it's something else, but it is what it is. We can't, we just live here. Oh, no, drop it. Let's see here, on the floor at the door again. Intuitive emotions. Intuitive emotions. Intuitive emotions search for self. Intuitive emotions search for self. Knowledge and new direction. I knew it was both. Thank you. So you need to do things differently, and this is something that you intuitively know. Your emotions are telling you that you need to do something different. Oh, intuitively. No wonder we wanted both. It feels like, all right, so you feel a little bit lost. but you know that you need to go in a new direction. You are intuitively being called to do something differently. This is something that you know, but I think it's also probably something a little bit foreign to you, and it's a little bit scary, and that's why there is like a sense of hesitancy when it comes to this. Well, sorry, I don't know if you heard my yawn. Today is the fall equinox, and so I've been busy. I've been busy doing stuff to prepare for the fall equinox. I don't know. I think we might leave this here because I think it feels complete. Like it doesn't answer this because I think you already know the answers to this, but it's just something that's on your mind. It's just something that's in your energy. There's going to be a social gathering that's coming up. It's going to be, be sensible. If you typically have harder, it's like, oh. So you don't typically have rules or boundaries or guidelines, or so you're typically not assertive. Nope, you're always assertive. That is a weird combination that we have happening here. You're assertive, but you typically don't create boundaries or rules or guidelines. But you are trying to be somebody who does that. And so now you have this celebration, some sort of social gathering that's going to happen. And you're probably, okay, so because you normally don't have boundaries or rules or guidelines, you're probably a little bit stressed about this, it seems like. And so I'm working with Hecate today. She's saying just be sensible. You don't have to, you don't have to put down the band hammer, right? We can be assertive and have basic boundaries and basic rules over ourselves and the people who we care about, who we're in charge of, without without getting too crazy. And it seems like you are a sensible person. I think you're probably worrying more about this than you need to. I think you're going to be fine. Just take a look at the big picture, right? And take control. You have got this. You have the ability to make this happen. Just need to calm down. Take a deep breath. And you've got this. And release your worry into God's hands. Okie dokie. I don't know if I've already said that I'm going to leave it here, but I'm going to leave it here. Again. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you guys make good choices, and I will talk to you later. Bye.